That's down third base. What a catch!
What a catch.
What a catch!
And you can kiss that one goodbye. That's a 2-run bomb.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
The tag is made. Play it home. Shot to right center field. They've got a chance. That ball is long gone.
Welcome, everybody, to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, coming to you live tonight from Weeki, Wachee, Florida, for tonight's matchup between the South Sumter Raiders and the Weeki, Wachee Hornets. A little bit off to a late start here tonight. We do have weather in the area. We're going to try to stay live with you as long as possible. Hopefully, the weather will pass us. And due to the late start, we'll have to do the Divinity Med Spa starting lineup. We'll try to get that in right now. The Divinity Med Spa starting lineup. Going to get things started first with the visiting Raiders of South Sumter, starting with the battery tonight. We've got Mitchell on the mound, Furtado behind the plate. Left to right on the infield will be Sableona, Lake, Myers, and Moreno. And the outfield will be Rodriguez, and Boone. DHing tonight, Hunter Gill, and the Raiders are coached by Jacinto Ariando Jr. And we're actually about ready for the first pitch here, so we're going to go ahead and we'll get you Weeki Wachee's starting lineup at the bottom half of the inning. Alongside Jason Cephas tonight, Will Wilkie bringing you the call. Jason will be joining us in just a moment. First pitch underway from Bigner, misses the zone, ball one. He'll work from the windup. Second pitch offering, nice tailing action over the zone. Count evens at one apiece. If we do end up having rain, we will have to terminate our center field camera, hopefully, because that's popped up in foul territory, first base side out of play. We'll try to stay with it as long as we can. Hopefully the rain will miss us. The future radar doesn't look good, but and we've had a little bit during the JV game, but hopefully we'll catch a break here tonight for this top-notch matchup. Bigner winds and offers the 1-2. Tries for that outside corner, misses away. Good discipline by Rodriguez to know the zone. Count evens. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. If you're new to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, go ahead and hit that like button for us, as Bigner will record the first out of the ball game, a strikeout. Go ahead and hit that like button for us. Gulf Coast Sports Network is a nonprofit media company, so your likes and subscriptions do help us in offsetting our costs. We do appreciate your viewership and your support. James Boone steps to the plate, batting .378 on the season. Hard ground ball into right field, just outside the reach of Salmon. Boone is going to look for two, and he's going to get in there. So a big-time hit from James Boone. A one-out double to get a runner in scoring position for the Raiders. Going to bring up Gabe Sableona, batting .418 on the season, 24 RBIs. He's been a big bat for the Raiders. Looking to capitalize with the runner in scoring position early is South Sumter. Bigner and the Hornet crew going to look to try to get out of this inning. The wind has been swirling tonight. It started off blowing in during the JV game, and now it's kind of going in all different sorts of directions, so we'll see if that'll become a factor. Look like a changeup. Salmons is going to charge. He'll take it unassisted at first, allowing Boone to move to third. So 2 outs. The potential first run of the ball game, 90 feet away, brings up Marcelo Moreno, batting .489 on the season. Bigner goes fastball away. Welcome my co-commentator to the broadcast. He was out there making sure center field looked nice and pretty for you. That's Jason Cephas on the call now. And a beautiful play by D. Vendetta over to Salmons, 5-3 to record the final out of the inning. At the end of the first half of one, got 1 hit and no runs. The Hornets get their chance coming up next on the Golf Coast Sports Network.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Serving your automotive needs for over 40 years, FIOLAS provides expert and quality service with ASE certified technicians for foreign and domestic vehicles. From standard maintenance to diagnostics and repairs, FIOLAS has got you covered. Conveniently located on State Road 52 in Hudson.
Welcome back to the action. A 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. Now let's go ahead and finish the Divinity Med Spa starting lineup, and we'll go ahead and get started with the home team Hornets
The
of
Divinity
Wachee.
Med Spa starting lineup.
For the battery, we've got Bigner on the mound, Zohora behind the plate. Left to right on the infield will be Di Benedetto, Melendez, Giordano, and Salmons. And the outfield will be Childs, Bishop, and Cruz. And the Hornets are coached by Patrick McHugh. And that's your Divinity Med Spa starting lineup. So, Jason, we saw a lot of action early on. South Sumter threatening to score with that beautiful double from Boone down the first base line, able to get the third, but Raiders not able to capitalize. We'll see what the Hornets have coming up.
Yeah, Will, thanks for having me today. A beautiful day here at Weeki Wachee High School. Again, just outstanding facility that we have here. Yeah, it looks like the not only are the Hornets going to be bringing some speed, but the Raiders are going to bring some speed. They have a lot of power punch in the top of their lineup, and it looks like we have Weeki Wachee coming up again with some of their speedy batters coming to the plate.
That's right, and we're going to go ahead and get things started here in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off the inning for the Hornets will be Derek Giordano.
Well, I know last time we covered Weeki Wachee, Giordano had a pretty good game, decent batting hitter. He likes to get on base and really let it fly. So we'll see what kind of pitches he demands here from Mitchell from the Raiders.
Mitchell from the windup, fastball high outside the zone, ball one.
Now, Will, you got to ask yourself as a Weeki Wachee unit, you want to get out quick, fast, and steadfast, yes?
Absolutely. You're always looking to get that leadoff runner aboard to apply that early pressure. Take additional bases if they're there, because getting that first run on the board can really be crucial towards setting the tone for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, I think that key word there is tone. I know the Raiders are coming down here with a successful program. I know Weeki is building their program step by step, so we'll see how this plans out today. Beautiful ball game. Here's the next pitch.
Low in the zone. Mitchell not missing by much, goes to 3-0. Have to imagine that Giordano will be taking the entire way here. We'll see what happens. And that'll be low. A 4-pitch walk. That's the leadoff runner aboard for the Hornets.
Yeah, very patient by Giordano right there, Will. He sat in the batter's box, kind of made him pitch the pitch he wanted. Looks like Mitchell didn't want to give that up so quickly, and now we got a base runner on first.
That'll bring up the right fielder for tonight, Brayton Cruz. He's got 8 RBIs on the season,
I was gonna,
3 triples.
Sorry, well, I was going to say strong at bat. I want to jump right on it real quick. He's got that signature teal color coming out of his penny uniform. We'll see how we can get a hold of the ball right now.
Mitchell able to connect, called strike 1. We were talking about tone just a moment ago, Jason. On the pitching side, you always want to start off with that first pitch strike to really establish the tone for the at-bat. As
Runner goes.
Giordano breaks for second, but that pitch gets fouled away because it really opens up options for the pitcher. You can get that first pitch strike called, put the batter in defensive mode right off the jump.
Right, no, you're exactly right, Will. And again, that kind of shows that command that Mitchell may have on the mound. But again, Cruz, with his batting average as well as what he's done successfully this year, he's going to look to poke it somewhere to try to get Giordano around the horn here to get a 1 run for Weeki. So we'll see what goes at bat here. Again, I think another word tonight is going to be patience.
0-2's the count. Mitchell's going to be looking for that punch out. Cruz looking to protect. And the high heat gets the job done for Mitchell. And he'll record the first out of the ball game with a strikeout in his ledger. And that'll bring up the starting catcher tonight for Wachee, Christian Zahora, batting .500 on the season and knocking in 12 RBIs.
Yeah, Will, you're exactly right. Zahora has a strong frame, can pick this ball out of the park if he wants to. Runner goes.
Giordano gets the stolen base. So here comes Wachee, runner in scoring position as the Hornets threaten here in the home half.
Will's talking to Coach McHugh at the beginning of the game, and he told me a little inside secret that he wants to get him out fast and quick. He doesn't want the Raiders to kind of hang around. He wants to really get this tone set, so you can see that he's going to maybe steal this next base.
We are having issues with our base icons, so the runner's at second. We'll try to get that straightened out in the middle innings. We apologize about that. Sometimes our system has a mind of its own, and it doesn't want to cooperate for now. 2-0. Upstairs. And once again, a 3-0 count for Wachee, showing their patience here tonight, Jason.
Yeah, it looks like Mitchell's just not that comfortable on that mound. It's a high mound here at Wachee. So we'll see how he dials it in right here for the 3-1 pitch.
And that'll miss. Zahora will take the walk. Putting 2 runners on now for the Hornets. Brings up J.D. Sammons. 389 hitter with 13 RBIs on the season for Sammons.
Well, sorry about that. Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Zahora, the catcher. It looks like number 3 is going to come in to step in. Let me get our cheat sheet here and see what we can get that name out there for you, because we know the friends and family are watching.
Tim Zammit. That's going to be Tim Zammit coming in as the courtesy runner for Zahora.
You know, well, that's that word I just couldn't find in my brain, courtesy. So thank you, sir. I'm glad I'm here doing a broadcast once again for the GCSN Network. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We can't do it without you out there videoing.
Changeup. Nice offering from Mitchell to drop in the zone. Yeah, it feels like a Friday. I don't know about you. It feels like a Friday to me.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Happy Easter coming up here. School's out, so everyone has to go home tonight and get some rest for the big weekend.
Fastball on that outside corner. Nice placement by Mitchell. Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, it looks like Sam just wanted to stay away from it. Didn't really quite break on the outside that he wanted to.
High heat tried to get him to chase. Sammons nosed the zone. Wasn't having it. But a nice 0-2 pitch. You always want to try to get that ball almost at eye level because it looks like a beach ball to the batter.
Oh, yeah. And that can leave the park here real quickly with this wind dying down.
Curveball. It's going to be a chopper over to Sabliona. Fires. Nice scoop by Moreno to get the out. Runners will advance. So the Hornets trade the out for base positioning.
Yeah, Morona had to make a slight adjustment over there on first base. Uh, the third baseman came up throwing pretty hard again with the runner coming at the same time, but he was able to make that scoop and grab. You see a bunch of dirt. If we had a replay camera, we'd see the scoop of dirt. I'm like a beach out here, but yeah, he made the out, and we have 2 outs right now in the ball game.
Brings up starting shortstop Saul Melendez. High and inside.
Ooh, high heater. Watch that chin music. Well, looks like the Sumter coaches are trying to shift the left and the center field over, and maybe they have some type of scouting report over there on number 28 to see where he's going to hit it this year.
Yeah, they're playing Melendez to pull. Hard hit ball left field, and the scouting report was on the nose. Hard hit ball, but right to the left fielder Rodriguez to retire the side. And after one complete, both teams threaten to score, but the defense comes through. We got a lot more high school baseball action coming up next on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Welcome back to the action. We move to the second inning. 5, 6, 7 batters due up for South Sumter. That'll be Lake, Gill, and Myers. Both teams threaten there, Jason, but the defense and the pitching comes through. We wouldn't expect anything less. Two top programs facing off here tonight.
Yeah, you're going to have it's going to be a long game, Will. A lot of sound, mind, and body right now. Sound is basically to hear the coach saying shift, 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 as we saw that last batter that the Raiders shift over. Sound meaning, hey, let's get the ball rolling, let's get some pep in our step. And really, the mind is a no-brainer, Will. That'll work.
Leading off the inning will be Tyson Lake, batting .310 on the season, starting shortstop for the Raiders. Bigner again from the windup, tries for the outside corner, will miss away.
Yeah, Bigner's he's gonna get settled in. You know, we saw him that last game. It took him a couple minutes to get settled in. He's their backup pitcher. We'll see if he can go to the hole right here with this.
Like a changeup, missing low.
Yeah, Zora's gonna have his work cut out for him today. He's got some fast runners here on the Raiders fleet. So if they take off like the Raiders will do, he's gonna have a busy night.
And the 2 offering right down Main Street. Slow curve, drops it right in the bucket. 2-2. Chopper right back up the middle. Melendez ranging over and fires to Salmons. Wow, what a play by Melendez at short, Jay.
Oh, what a gem. He got on that real quick, Will. Not a second late. Fired it down over to Simmons and the Salmons and basically got the first sure out. Great play.
1 out in the inning now for the designated hitter, Hunter Gill. He's got 12 RBIs on the season. Ground ball over to Salmons, able to knock it down. and make the play. Nice job by Salmons. That was a hard hit ball by Gill.
Yeah, Stammen's real disciplined, stayed with the ball well as a bobbled, didn't panic again as a high schooler, and go ahead and made the out. You know, Will, we talked about every time we play a baseball, we broadcast the baseball games. It's, you know, people ask us why we do this, and it's nights like tonight. Even though it's a Thursday night, we've all been working really hard, but it just feels like a good Friday night.
That it does. It's always a good night for baseball, especially on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. 2 quick outs to the inning. I'm not sure. Looks like he came up a little limp in there on the.
Yeah, it looks like, Will, he stretched as he was going for that. You know, baseball is like different softball. Baseball doesn't have the safety plate, so it looks like he just awkward stepped on that plate, maybe dishinged his knee, and hopefully the training staff over there can get him shipped up to shape. So who we got here next?
Yeah, hopefully Gill's all right. We've got Jeffrey Myers at the plate now, starting second baseman. 2 quick outs to the inning as Bigner is working highly efficiently.
Yeah, well, Myers is a good kid, lengthy kid, can get the ball in the bat, or the bat in the ball, I would say. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Will Sumter wearing their signature red Raiders. You know, every time they come down, it just pops on this backwoods.
That's right. They've always got those sharp red on black or black on red uniforms.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, it's again, it's so pops is sharp. It's kind of hard to color scheme, but 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ground ball over to Giordano. He'll scoop and toss to Salmons at first. A 1-2-3 inning for Bigner and company. And that'll do it for the top of the second. Still a 0-0 ball game. The Raiders have the lone hit of the contest, but the Hornets get their chance coming up next on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Stick with us.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
All right, we moved to the bottom of the second inning. We got a 0-0 ball game. Started off with some threats offensively, and then we followed that up with the top of the second inning, just a quick defensive outing. The Raiders are going to try to do the same. The Hornets are going to try to make some action happen. I know it's early on, Jay, but you almost get the sense that the first team that will score tonight, even though it's early, that may be what we see as the contest winner the remainder of the way.
Yeah, well, I think maybe what you're referring to or alluding to is our glory days player of the game. And you know, I know these kids are all fighting for that bat, that signature bat that our sponsor Glory Days gives up. So yeah, we'll see, Will, who we got up.
Leading off the inning will be Austin Childs, batting .345 on the season with 11 RBIs. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't do it any better for Mitchell on the mound as the line out to Boone will complete out number 1.
Boy, Will, that sounded like it had some gas behind it, but Boone just snatched that right out of the air. Maybe took 1 step, 1 jump, and he was on it. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be tough to get that ball in a place where the Raiders can't get it or the Hornets can't get it. We'll see how it pans out.
1 out now for Nico DiBenedetto. He's got 10 ribbies on the year. Fly ball right field, twisting into foul territory. We mentioned that wind earlier on, Jay, and how that quickly came off the bat for Childs, but the wind has now shifted yet again, and it's actually coming in from right.
Yeah, I think that's something that they're going to have to try to control all night with adjustments.
That pitch will miss away to even up the count 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know if people at home can see, Will, but Weeki Wachee has that elongated backstop. Beautiful facility, but that's going to be in favor of the offense if that ball goes through. So both catchers have a solid game tonight they're going to have to play.
And the 1-1. DiBenedetto chips that one.
You know, Will, there's a lot of videos and TikTok videos on all the gear these batters wear, but boy, by the way that ball comes off the bat, you'd want to be protected. Almost like a hockey goalie out there.
Yeah. A $10 pad beats a $100 trip to the urgent care any day.
Oh yeah, that deductible kills us all.
Nice pace setting by Mitchell on that one. Misses the zone.
Yeah, it looks like he called off the catcher that last one. Looks like they were on the same page. Looked over the dugout. Several signs coming over from the dugout, so, you know, a couple randoms maybe just got confused.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. Fastball gets away again. Runs the count full. We got our first payoff pitch of the evening. DiBenedetto had that nice play at third earlier on. And there's a liner up the middle. Is it enough? Ranging and a beautiful one-handed play. Ball got away. That was Lake over at short. Barehanding that ball and firing it over to Moreno, but unable to complete the play. Going to mark that as an infield single for DiBenedetto.
Yeah, tough scoop for Moreno. He stretched out to get it. Good heads-up play by Lake, but just, again, with the speed of that ball, just couldn't get it there in time.
1 on 1 out for the pitcher, Aaron Bigner. He's going to be trying to help his own cause. He does have 6 RBIs on the season. The Hornets would love to try to knock in another one. And the Raiders are going to try to shut that threat down.
Big first pitch for Mitchell off that mound. Looks like he's trying to size himself back in. Maybe a little rattled in that last hit. Big lead on first base.
And that'll miss away. DiBenedetto with his lead from first as Mitchell delivers, connects in the zone.
Yeah, that's in the zone, Will, right there. A big strike to get Mitchell back on focus. I feel like DiBenedetto's kind of rallying with him, taking a big lead now off of first base. This could be something here, Will.
High heat.
Yeah, it looks like Mitchell threw that to the outside, expecting a possible run off of that first base with that big lead. He's out again with a big lead, Will. Let's see what happens here again.
Mitchell with a look, and then he'll come set. And offer the 2-2. Fastball lined right over to Moreno and doubles him up.
Hey, happy birthday, Will. Look what I found. Right, Moreno, what a place to be to end the inning for the Raiders, Will. How about that?
That double play will get the job done for the Raiders. After 2 complete, we've got mirror images on the scoreboard. It's 0-0. We'll be back after this.
And Shea.
All right, back to the action. The game's moving right along. We're in the top of the 3rd inning already. Both pitchers working efficiently.
Yeah, well, especially efficiently, we want to give a real special shout out to our FHSAA umpires tonight. Hagan behind the plate, and who we have out in the field?
We've got Shea in the field
Shea in
umpire
the
position
field
tonight.
umpire. They're doing a fantastic job, a good group. And Will, really, without them, we have no ball game, right? Back in the
Absolutely.
day, 60s, 70s, 80s, we used to have parents do it. That turned into Fight Club. But we don't talk about Fight Club. And now we have professional trained officials, and Will, sometimes parents still aren't happy.
That's right, but they do a great job. They train constantly, and they care about doing a great job, and we appreciate them being out here tonight. As we move to the Raider half on the top of the third inning, 8-9-1. So we've got Rodriguez, Furtado, and Rodriguez. And leading it off the inning tonight will be Aramis Rodriguez, batting .306 on the season, knocked in 11 RBIs, also has a triple.
Again, a strong stature that he stands, number 23. Again, he can get himself, when he gets on base, he can get out there real quick, Will. So we'll see what he does here. Maybe possible squeeze bunt just to get the game alive. 0-0, second inning.
A lot of speed on this young man. Very talented ball player. Fastball from Bigner misses away, ball one.
Yeah, you have a lot of universal players here, especially in South Sumter. They have a great athletics program, which trickles down to kids playing multiple sports.
2-0.
I know, Will. Every broadcast we talk about this new trend of being overloaded or work overload, and I think a lot of athletic directors as well as doctors in the community and other communities are really teaching these kids to play multiple sports to keep their bodies in check.
As that fastball will connect. Yeah, it's really an interesting time because you're really seeing a split. Of course, you have the traditional view like we grew up with, Jason, where you just played multiple sports. That's what you did. Whereas now you're seeing a lot of specialization as Melendez to Salmons will take care of out number one. You're seeing a lot of specialization by these players, but there really is that battle between, am I going to try to make it to the elite level in one specific sport, or am I going to play multiple sports and then trying to find my place down
Yeah,
the road?
yeah, you're dead on. Especially, hopefully a lot of college athletes, a lot of college coaches look at broadcasts like ours and other broadcasts and see how versatile these kids are, and that just shows you that they're coachable. So, who do we got up next for the Sumter Raiders?
Starting catcher Colton Furtado, batting .375 on the season.
Now, Will Furtado's got power, so he could lead the field if he wants to.
Take that inside curveball for ball one.
Yeah, shakes that curveball high. He's a good statured kind of kid. He'll be looking to put this one in play.
That'll connect.
Looked like a slider from my view. It's just sitting there right off that last corner. Furtado didn't like it, but he's going to have to protect here at a 1-1 count.
Bigner whines and offers. That's going to get chipped away.
I want to thank the administration that's here that I see bopping on the field. Will, it's always good to see administration supporting our student athletes. Again, we put student first, and it's great to see that all academia as well is here to support both sides.
Took a little bit off of that one, but outside the zone. Counting was 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning, top of the third. Nothing ball game. Both teams have a single hit to the ledger.
Yeah, well, you can see Sahara move off that plate, see if he can get him swinging outside.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. Bigner gets the strikeout, and the second out of the inning is recorded. Turns the lineup over for the Raiders. Bring up the leadoff batter, starting left fielder Ishmael Rodriguez, batting .405 on the season.
Yeah, that curveball is now really setting in for Bigner. It's, I believe it's kind of breaking like a top shelf here. Like if you were to drop something off the shelf of your counter at your house, you just don't see it fall all of a sudden, and now it's in your lap. So we'll see how he comes at this batter.
A miss.
Now, I know Hagan personally behind the plate is going to call a real good game and give a real good strike zone. He's going to make these boys work out there to get their fair shares of hits and pitches.
Pops it up.
Ball was left hung up high.
Bishop will camp under it, and he'll make the grab. Another efficient inning for Bigner. And that'll put it into the Raider half. Move to the bottom of the third. We're still all notched up at 0. Commercial break coming up.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
All right, we moved to the home half of the third. Nothing ball game. We got a real battle going on. It's turned into a real pitcher's duel for both Bigner and Mitchell. And, talk about working it even. Both pitchers with a pitch count of 30 working efficiently so far. We've got 9-1-2 due up for the Hornets. That's going to be Bishop, Giordano, and Cruz.
Yeah, this is a good size of the lineup right here. If Wachee can do what they're supposed to do, they should be able to punch something in right now. If you all can't see, and I wish you could, but the horizon over these trees is absolutely beautiful. You couldn't pick a picture-perfect day. Thank you, Will. You can't pick a picture-perfect day to have a ball game, 0-0, third inning. Everyone's healthy. COVID's out of here. Let's do this.
All right, we're getting ready to start here in the third. Tanner Bishop, starting center fielder, who made the last out to end the second. He's now up to bat. He's got 6 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, Bishop was camped out there in outfield on that little Hernando Beach spot, it seems like. See what he does.
Mitchell winds and offers fastball, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, Bishop, a disciplined player. He's going to take a couple minutes. He's an aggressive player too, but he'll find his niche.
Mitchell tries for that outside corner, misses away. Good discipline by Bishop to work the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. It's a beautiful evening here tonight, just like you mentioned a few minutes ago, Jason. It was a little bit of a hot one this afternoon, but the temperatures cooled off nicely here tonight at the Hornets' Nest. And we've still got that steady little breeze, so it's a beautiful evening and always a great night for baseball. As the count works to 2-2, Mitchell again working quickly. And here we go, Jay, payoff pitch.
Yeah, Will, you're right. Everyone's not saying that one word that no one wants to hear when you have something to do on any given month, especially what happens in April. So, yeah, we're good. Everything's tucked away, and let's see the payoff pitch.
Chopper over to the hole, ranging to his right and making the play is Myers. So good job by Myers at second base, making the toss over to Moreno to get the first out of the inning. That will roll the lineup over, bring up the leadoff batter, Derek Giordano, who got a walk his first time up.
Yeah, busy night. Myers, good jump on that ball. Routine play to first base over to Moreno, and let's see if they can get another out here for the Raiders.
High heat.
Yeah, Mitchell goes right at him. Big stature type of pitcher on that mound. It was easy to go right past him.
curveball, a little bit too much break on that one as the count runs to 1-1.
Yeah, I think Mitchell would want that back a little too much power. That's more of a finesse pitch. We'll see what he throws here next. You know, Will, it's such a cat and mouse game with the pitcher and the batter, but no one realizes sometimes when you leave that ball in the right spot, the door gets open for an easy play. So we'll see what happens here as Mitchell progresses down a 2-1 pitch.
I think there was a little bit of a foul tip on that one. Gloved beautifully by Furtado. Mitchell will be looking for that punch-out pitch. Giordano looking to stay alive. Just off the plate.
Great frame by Furtado, but again, Hagen's going to make them work back there. So again, let's see what happens here. Now we have a 3-2 pitch count coming.
And that'll miss away. Giordano with another disciplined at bat and gets himself aboard for the second time tonight.
Yeah, well, Sumter fans and coaches aren't too happy about that last pitch. But again, you're going to have to work for your outs here.
One out runner aboard now for Brayton Cruz. Now we're getting through the the lineup, seeing the pitcher the second time through for both squads now. Line drive by Cruz to right field. Great job by Boone.
Oh, snow cone catch by Boone in the right field. Will had a great jump on it, number one. Athletic player out there for South Sumter. Big out. Helping Mitchell on the plate.
Absolutely right. A great jump on that ball by Boone and excellent speed to get to that ball and make the grab. A big timeout for the Raiders.
It's kind of funny, Will. You'd think sometimes these games, the outfielders are falling asleep, but they got to stay sharp, on their toes, because that ball gets hit hard off these bats.
And you got to stay on your toes for Christian Zahora, the current batter, batting .500 with 12 RBIs on the season. He's got to walk tonight. And he'll take strike one from Mitchell.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Giordano taking a big lead, super lead. Mitchell takes a look at him. Could be a hit and run play here.
Mitchell's yet to throw over.
Runner goes. Big throw.
Breaks for second, and he'll make it in there. Giordano showcasing the speed tonight. His second stolen base of the evening. And a two-out runner in scoring position for the Hornets. The last pitch did fall outside of the zone, so the count will even at one apiece.
Yeah, it looked like Furtado was able to just pull it down too high, but again, I think it threw his whole rhythm off in his angle.
Fastball away.
Well, Wachee showing signs of some aggressive base running. If they keep that up, they may be able to squeak this run in here in the third inning.
Yeah, with 2 outs in the inning, Giordano will be moving on contact. And there's contact right there. Chopper caught in fair territory. An outstanding play by Sabliona over to Moreno. Wow.
Woo-hoo! Long arm.
Showing the range and the arm to get the third out of the inning. Well done by that young man. So after 3 complete, I've said it once, I'll say it 3 times. We're all notched up, 0-0. We got ourselves a ball game. We'll be back after this.
That's why.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
So we move to the 4th inning. The 4th inning is the Glory Days inning, and we'd like to thank Glory Days for partnering with the Gulf Coast Sports Network for the last 5 years in sponsoring our Glory Days Player of the Game. At the conclusion of tonight's ball game, Jason will be giving us his Glory Days player of the game, and they'll receive a gift card courtesy of Glory Days on Cortez Boulevard in Brooksville. So thank you to that crew over there. And they'll also receive the Gulf Coast Sports Network souvenir mini bat commemorating their fine play on the ball field tonight.
Yeah, Will, it's such a great award to win at a game like this, to put that on your dresser, maybe hang it on your wall, because you never know back in the day. You're going to look at that and say, you know what? There was a great restaurant that we used to go to after the ball games with the family and celebrate. And again, we appreciate you all watching, and it's a hard pick. You know, it's not an easy job sitting behind this booth and picking these stellar athletes, but I'll do my best. And who we got up next?
Well, not only that, but these players will be featured on our social media tonight. We'll get their picture along with their awards, so tune in and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at GCSM Broadcast. That's at GCSM Broadcast. Go ahead and give us a follow there as well. Leading off the inning will be James Boone. He's 1 for 1 tonight, the lone hit on the Raider side, and he's got himself a double.
Boone's showing that sign of bunt. Looks like the coaches are maybe going to the wheelhouse here to get a little run on.
1-1.
Disciplined by Boone. I think he wanted that one, but again, just a bit outside. So let's see what he does here with this 1-1 pitch.
Bunt is shown, and down the first base line, Bigner right off the mound. Bigner was all over that one, makes the toss to Sammons for out number 1.
Yeah, once Boone squared around, I think Bigner already jumped off the mound to catch that. Good laid down bunt, good backup by Zahora, good play all around by the Hornets as well as the Raiders. And next at bat.
And Mr. Glove comes to the plate off that beautiful play at third base earlier on just a moment ago. Gabe Sabliona steps in. Going to try to make things happen on the offensive side of the ball. 1 out in the inning.
Tough to say that last name 3 times in a row. Sabliona.
Don't tempt me, my friend. I love challenges, you know I do. That's going to be skied in center field to Bishop. A little bit of an initial problem with that win, but recovered quickly, and just as quickly we got 2 outs to the inning.
Again, with that shot, you can see Bishop Beach out there, right? He's almost in the sand trap over there, one would say. But yeah, good way to camp underneath there. He's got a couple of burgers and dogs out there grilling. He's having a great time, smiling with all the boys, and we'll see what's coming up next.
And coming up next will be Marcelo Moreno, starting first baseman. Looking to get a 2-out rally going for the Raiders. Bigner and company looking to shut this down and take it to the home half.
Moreno can pack a punch. He's a strong batter, patient batter. If he can put this in play, this may be the chance for South Sumter to try to maybe get a push here for the lead.
Slow curve, that'll miss upstairs.
Morano looks back at the umpire and just gives him that whoop, that looked good, but he just stayed away from it. That's that discipline. Stay away from it.
Foul ball, foul territory, out of play. First base side. Really have to compliment the efficiency of Bigner so far this evening.
Yeah, he's got good movement on his pitches, but again, he's steady fast. Zahara tries to frame that ball to hit that corner. Umpire Hagan does not like it. Going to make him pitch that ball. 2-2 count.
And that'll miss it low, bring it to a full count.
Bigner showing some speed still here in the 4th. Steps off the mound, takes the patience, tucks your shirt, and let's see what he delivers here, the payoff pitch, as you say, Will.
And the 3-2 will miss outside.
Well batted, well battled in the batter's box there for Moreno.
That brings a 2-out runner aboard now for Tyson Lake. And that was Bigner's first miscue of the night. That's his first walk.
Okay, Tyson's going to want to put something in play here. Maybe expect a bump, maybe a hit and run. Looks like something's got going on here with Sumter. We'll see how they put it in play.
Moreno has his lead from first. as Bigner gives him a look and then offers.
Pulls back the bunt on that curveball.
Still dropped in the zone, so it'll get called strike one.
South Sumter coach giving a plethora of signs over here on third base.
Oh, up the middle off of Bigner. And that's going to be an infield single all day. Nice hard hit ball from Tyson Lake. And here come the Raiders.
Yeah, tough at bat right there. Again, anytime that ball comes off the bat like that, they're going to take a look at the pitcher, make sure he's okay. Luckily, thankfully, he was able to turn and not take that on full. Will, by the way these bats are built, that ball can go anywhere from 100 to 120 miles an hour, and that's the last thing you want to be in front of that BB.
Absolutely right, and you're in such a vulnerable position on the pitcher's mound that I'm just happy to see that Bigner's all right.
Now, Will, would this be a possible sense of urgency here for the Hornets? Sumter's got 2 runners in possible scoring position, possible 2-out rally. When do you start to get intense to get these base runners in?
Well, you got 2 outs in the inning. If you're the Hornets, you just want to worry about the batter right now because you got those 2 outs in your pocket. If you're South Sumter, this is a golden opportunity for you as we're over halfway through the ball game now.
Yeah.
So you're just looking to put that ball in play and let things happen. Hunter Gill now at bat, the designated hitter.
Yeah, big lefty. Let's see what he can do.
Foul tips that one.
Goes down low for that one. Zahora, great stop behind the plate.
It's quickly an 0-2 count, so a lot of options here for Bigner. Gill's going to have to really protect that plate here. Try to keep the at-bat alive and the scoring threat going for the Raiders here in the top of the 4th inning in a 0-0 ball game.
Yes, sir. 0-2 pitch.
Runners take their respective leads. That's Moreno at second and Hill at first. Line to left. That's going to be extra bases down into the corner. Moreno will come in to score.
Sending him.
Another run comes in, and a 2 RBI double from Hunter Gill has broken this game open.
Well, Will, I said it first. You could feel the tension, right? The whole South Sumter fan were all biting their fingernails. As soon as that ball was hit, moms, dads, aunts, and uncles are jumping in the stands. Huge hit. Stand-up triple. Well, the ball came in, got bobbled by the outfielder, Cruz, sitting on a 2-0 play.
So 2 outs, runner on third, 2 runs across now for Jeffrey Myers.
Bigner, way to be focused to come back off that big hit. Settles the player down, throws a first strike. Good block by Zahara behind the plate.
1-1.
Kind of feel the sense of Bigner's trying to stay away from another powerful punch by the Raiders. Let's see if he goes at him here with the 2-1 pitch.
Bigner has the sign that he likes. He'll come set and fire the 2-1. Fastball on that outside corner. Nice placement by Bigner to work the count back.
Yeah, nice setup by Zahara. Kind of just sneaked in behind him to get that batter to take a look.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and don't forget to hit that like button for us. Chopper over to Melendez at short. He's going to make the throw on the run, and what a stretch by Sammons. A big defensive play for the Hornets, but not before the Raiders strike first. They're able to put 2 on the board to go along with 2 additional hits at the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this.
Serving your automotive needs for over 40 years, FIOLAS provides expert and quality service with ASE certified technicians for foreign and domestic vehicles. From standard maintenance to diagnostics and repairs, FIOLAS has got you covered. Conveniently located on State Road 52 in Hudson.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
All right, back to the action in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Raiders able to get on the board first off the 2 RBI double in the last inning.
Yeah, you think
Or triple,
you
2
think
RBI
you,
triple.
you think you know, right? And then all of a sudden, someone steals your groceries. So we'll see if Wachee can get up here. Looks like the dugout's a little quiet, but again, I think we're going to go ahead and hopefully see something coming back. There's a little spark for the Hornets. Let's see.
4, 5, 6 batters due up. That's Salmons to lead things off. First pitch, skies it to Boone in right field, corrals it quickly, and one pitch, one out.
Again, Boone makes a real nice adjustment. You can see on the outfield cam, or one of our cams, the wind is now blowing towards the left field, so this could be a hitter's park if that wind keeps up here in the fourth.
Coming up will be Saul Melendez, who had that beautiful play at shortstop just a moment ago for the Hornets. He's going to try to get some action going on the offensive side for Wachee. Mitchell delivers, looks like a changeup for called strike one. And tonight's game's moving at an incredibly rapid pace, Jason.
Yeah, I think with the way the umpires have them warming up and getting in and out, I think it's good fit that we get the game moving. That way we don't have any stag or lag time as the Hornets take the plate.
And the 1-1. A little bit of trouble with the release point on those last two offerings. 2-1. Pops it up.
Moonball. Another launch.
Lake will camp under it and make the grab.
Well, those balls can get out of hand pretty quick when they go up to the moon like that. You can lose them in the lights, lose them in the sky. Way to track that down for Lake, shortstop.
You've also got that slightly swirling wind to deal with. Now Ashton Child steps in, 339 average on the season, 11 RBIs. Looking to get a two-out rally going for the Hornets, while Mitchell and the Raiders are going to try to shut the inning down.
Yeah, Mitchell's going to want to try to get out of this inning quickly. He doesn't want to really open up any kind of a wound that's been closed here by the Sumter Raiders.
Curve will miss away. Good discipline by Childs to lay off.
That's like that cake that you can't eat.
And that'll miss off the plate.
Fedora tries to frame it just a bit outside.
First time we've seen the hitters count tonight, 3-1. Mitchell's going to have to be careful here. Childs will be looking for something to drive in the zone. Fastball that's going to get chopped. Lake will have to charge it, and he'll rocket that ball over to Moreno. And another 1-2-3 inning is going to go ahead and take us to the fifth. After 4 complete, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Raiders, no runs on 1 hit for the Hornets. More action coming up on the Golf Field Sports Network.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Incredibly rare. All right, we've got the 5th inning coming up for you. 8-9-1 due up for the Raiders, able to capitalize with 2 runs in the 4th, which is the difference in the ball game right now as we're getting on into the later innings. The Raiders are going to try to add to their lead, whereas the Hornets need to try to get back into this ball game quickly. As outs are now at a premium, the Hornets are now down to their last 9 outs offensively.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Will. They don't want anything to happen unexpectedly now as the Hornets. But again, South Sumter's hoping something happens unexpectedly. So we'll see who can get this cushion as we make our way to the 5th.
Rodriguez steps to the plate. He'll take ball 1 outside.
Good pitch, just misses that outside corner.
2-0. And that'll run it to 3-0. We'll see if Rodriguez has the green light, but I imagine he'll be taking the whole way here because you really want to get that leadoff runner on.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right now that Big Near is tuned into what's going on. I think he's trying to rush his pitches a little too much. There he goes. Now he's going to settle in here, that 3-1 pitch, and see what he does here.
Right down Main Street to the hitter's count now for Rodriguez.
See if he can battle back here. As he give Rodriguez the walk.
Ground ball up the middle, well hit. And a leadoff single for Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez, a powerful hitter, speedy hitter, disciplined hitter, really good off that batter's box, and got himself out of the pickle for the Raiders.
Brings up the catcher now, Colton Furtado.
Well, Furtado's have a good night behind the plate. Let's see if he can add a little bit of insurance run here to help his Raider affiliates. Runner goes. Big throw by Sahara. Tag is not there in time for the Raiders. Calls time to shake off the dirt. Will Sahara got up quickly, threw the ball down. Tag was there just a little late. Gonzalez underneath the tag, safe at second.
Yeah, Zahora had a great pop time on that one, but the speed and the great break off the pitch by Rodriguez was the difference there.
Time's called. Looks like time's called by Gonzalez. May have a player injury. Coach is going to meet him out over between second and first.
We'll take a quick break while we check on the injury.
The reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials. Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us.
Sorry. Looks like his shoulder.
Past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
All right, back to live action. Unfortunately, Rodriguez was injured on that play, and he's going to be substituted. Logan Ward now steps into the game. Logan Ward now at second base, replacing Rodriguez as he gets looked at by the training staff. Hopefully he's okay. And the count is 1-0 on Furtado.
Big lead by Ward. Third base coach seems a little stunned. Maybe it was a hit and run, and Furtado may have missed that sign. Checks down now to the coach at third.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out for the South Sumter Red Raiders. Curveball.
Chatter from the Raider dugout.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Jay. You can really feel kind of the momentum shifting a little bit. The Raiders are gaining confidence in this ball game.
Well, kind of 1-2 pitch. Let's see what Bignier brings to the plate.
In the dirt, good stop by Zahora.
Home plate umpire Hagan checks the outfield umpire to see if the swing. He says no. That'll give him a 2-2 count.
Two. See that lead from Ward at second.
Go, runner goes.
Zahora, beautiful throw down, but it one hops to Di Benedetto, allowing Ward to get the stolen base. And here comes South Sumter, a golden opportunity to notch another run.
Yeah, big throw by Zahara. Unfortunately, he just wasn't in the right position to set up here on third. Di Benedetto just couldn't hold that down as Ward comes sliding in.
And we got a payoff pitch. That gets popped up, but it could be trouble. Bishop
on his horse in.
Cruz called him off, unable to make the grab. Ward will score easily. That was a tough ball as it got up into that swirling wind, kind of hit it into no man's land. So an RBI single from Colton Furtado notches another run for the Raiders.
Yeah, well, it looks like Bishop was coming in to call him off, but Cruz had a better angle. And again, with that ball the way it is and how high it is, may have lost it in the sun with that swirling wind or the lights and was unable to bring it in. Scoring that run for Ward.
Bring up Ishmael Rodriguez.
Looks like a courtesy runner for Furtado, the catcher. It's going to be number 3.
That's Ogden.
As a courtesy runner.
Ogden now into the game as the courtesy runner at first base for Furtado, who got that RBI single.
Well, no outs in the ball game right now.
And top of the order now up for the Red Raiders, so a golden opportunity for them. Bigner and company looking to try to get out of this inning. They'd love to get that ground ball double play. Fastball down Main Street that gets fouled away out of play down that first base side.
That one's lost to the woods. Raiders get a chance to be on a crusade here if they go ahead and tap that ball in the fair play. As a pitch runner, Ogden takes a fairly large lead off first base. That ball's in the dirt. Well, there's kind of an anticipation of calm coming over the field. Everybody's just trying to figure out what's going to happen here with this 1-1 pitch.
And it's offered right back up the middle. Melendez can't get there. And back-to-back singles for the Raiders, and they've got something cooking here in the fifth.
Yes, sir. Hard hit ball up the middle with who we think is right now is a possible contender here for the player of the game would be Boone coming up here. Looks like we're going to have a chat at the mound. Not a visit by the coach, but looks like the players are going to get Vigneer a little adjusted here off that last hard hit up the middle. Maybe a little shell shock from that last hit that came towards him at a blistering speed.
Boone's seen a lot of action in right field for the Raiders. He's also seen a lot of action at the plate. He got that big double earlier on in the ball game. And now an opportunity potentially for some RBIs.
Well, some hard gust winds are coming in, and it sounds like I'm a little hungry if you heard that rumble, and that's all it was. But you know, as we live here in Florida, that gust comes in. There's only one thing following it: hunger pains.
And like you said, Jay, the wind is shifting again. It's now coming in from center. So we'll see if that has an impact.
Big pitch.
Curveball, great footwork by Zahora.
Yeah, he's having a good game back there. He's got to move around a lot. Well, looks like they got pretty much a power lineup coming in. We're going to have to try to get some outs here to try to get this wound to stop bleeding here for Weeki.
Curveball, nice placement on that outside corner from Bigner.
Boone's going to look to protect here with a 2-1 count.
Tries for that inside corner. Good job by Boone to know the zone.
Just missed outside, inside. Vigneer seemed to show a little bit of his frustration with that last pitch.
And this is a big pitch right here. Bigner has to come in the zone, and Boone knows it. Popped up, exactly what the Hornets wanted. Salmon's in foul territory, ranging towards the fence, but has enough real estate to make the grab.
Good out for the pitcher right there. Salmons comes on over to help him out. Because Will, from behind where we're looking, you can tell Boone knew he had to come to him.
2 on, 1 out now for Gabe Sabliona. An RBI machine for the Red Raiders this season.
Boy, that blue is like a midnight blue, almost like a Bob Ross painting coming over the horizon out here. Big lead on first base.
Curveball. That'll connect.
Morano looks away, not sure if he thought that was a strike.
You can see the American flag out in left center field. Wind now coming in from right. I mean, it's really been changing directions literally every minute.
Yeah, I think we had north, south, east, and west here in the last 5 minutes of that flag. He's having a hard time out there, but we'll see if Morano can connect right here. Big number 22, a large bat to advance the Raiders with a signature run to give some insurance in the fifth.
Pops him up. Cruz coming in from right, lost the ball in the sun or in the lights. Giordano tried to make a play on it.
Yeah, it looks like Cruz just lost that in the high, as high as it went over the lights and came back down in. Giordano tried to make a run off of it from second base and just couldn't connect, which is going to advance the runners. Now Sumter's facing Weeke's facing a bases loaded with a power hitter coming out. Looks like we have maybe a mound visit.
That's right. The power hitter in the fourth slot, Marcelo Moreno, steps to the plate. And we're going to have a trip to the mound, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Serving your automotive needs for over 40 years, FIOLS provides expert and quality service with ASE certified technicians for foreign and domestic vehicles. From standard maintenance to diagnostics and repairs, FIOLS has got you covered. Conveniently located on State Road 52 in Hudson.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
All right, the mound visit is complete. And we got bases loaded, one out.
Excuse me, Will. Yeah, it looks like it was just a composure mound. Get these guys in gear here.
Curveball upstairs.
Yeah, it just doesn't break for him. It's going to have to be tricky now with who's at bat, because any type of hit now could be devastating for the Hornets.
Chops that one foul. One count for the bases loaded situation.
McNear sets in, looks for a couple signs from Zahara, shakes off the first two.
Hard hit ball to right center field. That's got a lot on it, and that's going to drop into the gap. 2 runs come in, a 2 RBI double from Marcelo Moreno. And the Raiders have broken this game wide open.
Yes, Will, you're exactly right. Easy stand-up double from Morano. Hard hit ball. Cruz did play it well. Just by the way it was hit, could not get it in time. Scores 2 Raiders to the boat. And Will, I hate to be cliche, but the Raiders are starting to force these Hornets to the, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it, to the plank. Let's hope Weeki can get another visit from now head coach Pat McHugh and see if we can compose these boys.
Well, that's going to lead to a mandatory pitcher change as they reach their limit for the inning. So we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll get that info for you after the break. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll be back right after this.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Oh, with Di Vendetto. Okay, yeah, sorry. So Divincenzo was at third. Oh, he's still at third. Okay. So he's coming in off the bench.
Try to get this to run.
For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial
And
Group.
then left field is who we got to find out who's the left fielder. I want to say that was 15, but I'll double check for you. Just a second. Looks like the left fielder is the one that switched.
All right. Austin Childs is now going to come into the ball game. Or Ashton Childs, sorry. We are not able to get the number. We'll try to get it for the new left fielder for the Hornets. And after the 2 RBI double from Moreno, Tyson Lake comes to bat. 1 for 2 tonight with a single.
Okay, well, looks like Weeky's going to stop the bleeding here. They got one out. They're going to need to come here with Childs.
With the bases now not full, the infield is in, as they're going to try to cut that run at home.
Looks like Childs is asking for some signs here, maybe some clarification just coming into the game.
Slow curve, low for ball 1. Fastball that's going to go through the gap. 2 more runs will come in. And a 2 RBI single from Tyson Lake. And the Raiders are capitalizing on every opportunity they have here tonight.
Well, it looks like we got the player who's out in left field. The sub is 15, Caden Volkler.
Great job tracking that one down, Jason. Next batter up now is Hunter Gill, the man who got the run started for the Raiders here tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI triple.
And my apologies, I believe it's Vocal. Caden Vocal. Trying. Well, got some good news. Just got word from some of the players' families that the game is being televised already to Texas. Got him at second base.
Great job by Zohura on that one.
But yeah, sorry to interrupt you there, Will. But yeah, I got a word that there's some families out there from Texas that are watching our live broadcast. I want to thank you and hit that like button all the way out in big old Texas and all the other states that hopefully some fans are watching. And welcome to Florida baseball.
Line drive to left and giving chase and making the grab is Cruz to retire the side. Yes, would like to thank our viewers out there in the Lone Star State. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate it, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. At the end of, we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Raiders able to put up a big 5 spot. 7-0 is our score as we move to the home half.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far. Whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
I'm like that with college football. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. 7-8-9 due up for the Hornets. If they're going to make a move, they need to do it now, trailing 7-0. As the Raiders capitalize on a 5-run fifth inning. Nick DiBenedetto to lead things off. He's 1 for 1 with a single tonight.
Yeah, well, that was a big last inning for the Raiders. So let's see if Weeki Wachee here can bounce back with the bats.
Fastball connects on that outside corner. Nice placement by Mitchell.
Just going to say, Mitchell's still showing he's got power in the fifth inning.
Upstairs.
Furtado tries to frame that one to give a gracious of a call, but again, everybody working hard, as well as umpires, as all the teams, to make these sure outs.
Liner, but right to the sure hands of Lake at shortstop.
Just couldn't get a break right there, trying to punch it through, but Lake, good jump on the ball.
I apologize, we need to get this fixed in the lineup now. It's Volkner, but we don't actually have him on our computerized roster. So unfortunately, we'll have to designate him as JV call-up here tonight. We apologize about that. And he now has a 3-1 count as we get caught up. So again, that's Volkner up to bat.
Big pitch.
And a big cut from Caden, but unable to connect. That'll run the count full.
Well, strong at bat by Volkner coming in to get the Weeki Wachee on a runner on first. Let's see if they can maybe crack something open here, Will.
Exactly right, Jay. If you're going to come back in this ballgame, you need base runners, and a good job by Volkner to get aboard. Now for Tanner Bishop.
And Tanner's been busy tonight in the outfield as well in the batting box. Let's see what he can pull. High music.
Yeah, good velocity on that one. Just got away from him. Chops that one over to third.
One.
Trying to turn two.
And
they do. 5-4-3 double play. That's Sabliona to Myers to Moreno to retire the side. And that'll do it for the Hornets' fifth. 7 runs on 9 hits for the Raiders. No runs on 1 hit for the Hornets. We move to the 6th. Coming up next on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been, golf usually weekly. play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
All right, to the sixth inning we go. 7-8-9 due up for the Raiders. That'll be Myers, Rodriguez, and Furtado. Well, we'll see if Rodriguez will be able to bat. And actually, it looks like he is officially out of the game due to injury, unfortunately. So we hope that Rodriguez is okay.
We'll get to you who's replacing him here in just a minute.
Jeffrey Myers to lead things off, wastes no time. Grounder over to Melendez, a great backhand, but the throw will get away. And the ball goes out of play, meaning an automatic advancement to second base. So Myers will reach on the error.
Tough throw.
But a leadoff runner aboard, which is exactly what you want if you're the Raiders.
Sorry, well, tough throw by Melendez. Was deep in that shortstop position. Ball just got away from him.
So that'll bring up Logan Ward getting his first at bat tonight. Childs will miss away, ball one.
Yeah, Child stays away from that last hit.
Bunt is shown as the breaking ball comes in low, 2-0.
Still no outs in the inning for the Hornets. Child steps off the mound, doesn't like the call that Zaharo's given him.
Curveball, that'll drop in.
Ward looked like he wanted it, Will, but then just pulled back at the last minute. That ball just dropped off the shelf once again for Childs to give him a strike. 2-1 pitch.
Connects on the outside corner of the plate.
Third base coach walks over to Ward, give him the, if you're going to do it, do it. If not, then just go ahead and hit away. It looks like a hit away here. 2-2 pitch.
Looked like a 12-6 curveball. Nice job by Childs.
Yeah, punches Ward out. I don't know if he just fell asleep up there or he just got lost in the moment.
One out in the inning now for Colton Furtado. Had a big RBI single. He's done well behind the plate tonight for the Raiders. Rips that one to center, and that's going to drop in.
Bishop comes up with a throw. Cut off. Holds a runner at first. That's going to score 2, Will. Oh, 1. I'm sorry, 1.
RBI single for Colton Furtado. And he's 2 for 3 tonight. putting together a heck of a ball game for that young man and notching another run in the belt for the Raiders, increasing their lead now to 8-0. As it brings up the top of the order, Ishmael Rodriguez to the plate.
Looks like we have a courtesy runner, Ogden back in for the courtesy runner for Furtado, the catcher. 1 out, 8-0.
Ripped down the third base line. That's going to get through for another single. Back-to-back singles for the Raiders, and they got something cooking here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, Will, hard hit ball down the third base line. Hard to grab off.
And that's going to get Ishmael Rodriguez to 2 for 4 tonight with 2 singles. Now for James Boone. Got a double tonight.
Weeki trying to get this out.
Curveball, that's going to be lined into right center.
Ogden on his horns.
Another run will come in. Another run being sent home as the throw goes to second.
Boone, stand up double. Will, looks like Boone stays at second. Courtesy runner coming in. Oh, Boone's calls a timeout to get rid of his gear. Hard hit ball by Boone to the outfield.
All right, a 2 RBI double for him. And the Raiders in full control of the ball game here tonight.
Yes, sir. Raiders are starting to really put a power punch on these Hornets.
Gabe Sabliona steps in. 1 for 3 tonight with a single.
Still only 1 out in the sixth.
Off-speed pitch misses inside.
Well, even though it's 10-0, the Hornets are still dialed in. Everyone's still moving. Everyone's still paying here. So it's again. I know it's a tough score, but again, if they could stop the hits here. Maybe come back and put the bats out there. We'll see.
Yeah, it's really been an efficient ball game for
runner goes
for South Sumter. Great throw by Zahora with a tag done by DiBenedetto to get the out.
Well, we saw that before and it just didn't connect, but now we see how it connects when it's done right. Well played by Sahara behind the plate.
That's his second throw out tonight. One at second base earlier on in the ball game.
Looks like a 3-0 count.
And that'll miss away for ball 4, so Sabliona will take the walk. And bring up Marcelo Moreno. Got a 2 RBI double and a walk tonight.
Looks like we could possibly have a step off here from the Raiders. Big lead.
Tries to check it up, can't.
Yeah, nice changeup by Childs to kind of switch it up here on the first pitch.
Like a curveball on that one, fouled off his foot. Again, don't forget to stick with us at the conclusion of tonight's ball game. Jason Cephas will be given his choice for tonight's Glory Days Player of the Game. They'll be featured on our social media tonight on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So be sure to follow us at GCSN Broadcast. That's at GCSN Broadcast. You'll see the player picture tonight as well as with their stats. They'll be holding up their gift certificate and their GCSN mini bat.
Sahara, good job trapping the ball. Runner stays at first. And yeah, well, it's nice to have, again, that bat as a signature piece from your high school career. So, again, I'm sitting here trying to figure out who is who, and there's a lot of who's tonight. So we'll see what it boils down to at the sixth. Runner goes.
Gets fouled straight back.
Looks like they had Sumter had a hit and run play on. Doesn't quite connect. It's going to send the runner back to first. Well, Will, we got 1-2 count, 2 outs. Looks like Childs is probably going to go for the batter.
Yeah, you don't worry about that runner at first. You just go right at the batter. Sabliona takes his lead from first. And he'll go again. Throw down by Zahora, right
Got
on
him.
the money. But good slide by Sabliona. You get in under the tag.
Field umpire tells him safe. From our angle, looks like he might have got him, but again, we have no replay. But again, great call all around, great hustle all around as they try to make that final out and just cannot connect with the 2-2.
High heat outside the zone will run the count full. Payoff pitch for Childs and Moreno. And that'll be outside the zone for ball 4. Moreno will take his second walk of the evening, putting runners on first and second with 2 outs in the inning. Now for Tyson Lake. 2 singles, 2 RBIs, 2 for 3 tonight. Changeup catches outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, big pitch down the play. I think Childs is trying to make a statement that he's trying to get out of here with this inning. Tough inning for the Hornets.
Hard hit ball to left. That's going to drop and get by. 1 run will score. And Lake will make it into second.
Hard hit ball out to left field. Tough to pull in.
And Tyson Lake 3 for 4 tonight with 3 RBIs.
Will, this type of night, you think there's a lot of dew on the grass out there? It looked like the ball slipped a little. I know we're not in an indoor facility, but I'm pretty sure that the environment will affect sometimes at night. I know we have a little bit of dew on the paper already. But that was a hard hit ball out to left field. Who we got up next?
That it was. Hunter Gill now steps in. He's 1 for 3 with that 2 RBI triple that got the run started for a week with for South Sumter tonight.
Yeah, that was a powerful punch, the lefty batter. Like you said, Will, to spark that rally, I believe it was a 2-out rally that Gill was able to spark the Raiders on this epic batting here tonight.
Chops that one foul. 2 on, 2 out. A run is crossed for the Raider offense this inning rather. Hard hit ball to right field, but in foul territory and out of play.
Well, South Sumter's bench is still alive and active, and Weeki bench is still trying to figure out what's going on here. So again, everybody's still moving, everybody's still in this game. Weeki just trying to get this last out in hopes that they can come back and get some runs on the board.
Line to the gap in right center field. That'll bring in 2 runs. And Mr. Gill strikes again.
Powerful hit by Gill once again.
2 more RBIs to his ledger. Now for Jeffrey Myers. Runner goes. Zahora thrown out a second. Acrobatic play by Melendez to keep it in the infield. Just a little bit too much juice on that one.
Yeah, Zahora popped up quick and ball just sailed from out of his hand. Good effort. Unfortunately, just wasn't under the slide. Melendez had to do a pirouette to get that ball back down to earth.
Fastball away.
Childs showing a little sign of frustration, Will, on that last overthrow. Looks like he's got to try to dial it in here and get this last out. You know, this is when in high school you got to really focus, and he is, to try to just get this batter. Let's see what he does here with this pitch.
I guess we got behind on the count there. So the walk will be recorded for Myers. Now for Logan Ward.
And Ward got caught looking last time, so let's see what he does at this bat with Childs.
Upstairs. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. The Raider bats have come alive in the latter half of the ball game.
Zahara calls time to meet with Childs out on the mound.
Serving your automotive needs for over 40 years, FIOLS provides expert and quality service with ASE certified technicians for foreign and domestic vehicles. From standard maintenance to diagnostics and repairs, FIOLS has got you covered. Conveniently located on State Road 52 in Hudson.
It looks like the meeting went well with Zahara to Childs. Let's see what they got dialed in.
All right, back to the action as the meeting concluded and the pitch comes in high. 3-0. It's going to be a grounder, a backhanded toss from Giordano to Melendez to retire the side. But not before the Raiders capitalize on their opportunities yet again. The Hornets need at least 3. Keep this ball game going. We move to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back after this.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Serving your automotive needs for over 40 years, FIOLS provides expert and quality service with ASE certified technicians for foreign and domestic vehicles. From standard maintenance to diagnostics and repairs, FIOLS has got you covered. Conveniently located on State Road 52 in Hudson.
Hey Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Oh, yeah, I think we'll give him one right here. You know how strong he's been.
All right, we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Right now, it's all Raiders. But the Hornets do have the top of the order up. Derek Giordano steps to the plate. He's reached time every time he's come to the bat tonight. 2 walks and 2 very disciplined at-bats for that young man.
Yeah, you can see by his wardrobe, Will, that he's really been putting in the dirt. So let's see if he can grind in and maybe get something going here for the Hornets, who are, like you say, Will, are running out of outs.
Yeah, they're up against it now. They need to get at least 4 runs this inning to keep the ball game going.
But this lineup is promising. So let's see what we got here.
Fastball.
Well, we were talking during the break. Mitchell's throwing a strong game tonight. He's still throwing a strong fastballs, curveballs breaking. Let's see what he brings here to the plate.
Absolutely, an incredibly efficient pitch count. Just passing the 71 pitch mark. Through 5 complete.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that pitching motion is not fluid with that shoulder. So again, you got to really work to stay with this pitch count, and that just shows of his discipline and his work ethic. So kudos to Mitchell for throwing a pretty solid, strong game so far.
Outside corner connects nice action on that curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Giordano pokes that one right over to Moreno with the grab and the 2-step to first for out number 1.
Yeah, hard hit ball just couldn't get punched through.
1 out now for Brayton Cruz.
Let's see if Cruz can make some little noise here for the Hornets. Breaking ball just missing on the outside corner for Mitchell.
Two and 0.
Furtado has to move around behind the plate a little bit here, showing his athleticism in the 6th. Good frame.
Yeah, fastball connects down Main Street.
Cruz steps back, gets a look from Coach McHugh.
Mitchell still showing high quality velocity here late in the ball game, and he does it again there to run the count. He battles back, being down 2-0, runs the count even.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Furtado was quite ready for it to tell him to slow down a little bit. Like you said, Will, these pitchers are doing pretty well tonight with this pitch count.
And swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout recorded for Mitchell. And the Hornets are now down to their final out. Christian Zahora steps to the plate. He's going to try to keep this ball game going. Very talented hitter.
Yeah, Will, very talented behind the plate as well. Had a long night tonight behind the plate. So let's see if he can maybe put something into play to get something going here for the Wachee Hornets.
Chips that one foul. Tries for the outside corner, misses. Chopper down the third base line. Again, go ahead and hit that like button if you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. We do appreciate you watching. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family. We've got a lot of action, and it is all recorded. So if you want to catch up on a game earlier this season, go ahead and give it a watch on our YouTube channel. We've got several playlists for all the sports that we cover, as well as our special events.
2-2 pitch.
Tries for the inside corner, but misses. A good job by Zahora to know the zone and run the count full.
Yeah, Furtado try to frame that, get that last little bit of frame. And
so here we go, payoff pitch. Good battle by Zahora. He fouls that one away. Zahora continues to battle.
staying alive.
Neither player giving an inch this at bat. Popped up. Moreno giving chase, and he'll make the grab in foul territory for out number 3, and that will be your ball game. So South Sumter will take home the victory here tonight. And now we're going to turn it over to Jason Cephas for his Glory Days Player of the Game. And Jason, who do you got tonight?
Yeah, well, with great, outstanding defense and offensive player, we're going to give it today to Gill from South Sumter. Hunter Gill is going to go ahead and take home the Glory Days Player of the Game. Congratulations.
Yeah, Hunter Gill going 2 for 4 tonight with a single and a triple, racking up 4 RBIs, but he was the one who really got the offense going for the Raiders, as this was a close ball game all the way through. So congratulations to Hunter Gill. You're our Glory Days Player of the Game. Sure hope you enjoyed watching the broadcast tonight. For Jason Cephas, I'm Will Wilkie, and we'll see you next time.